Good morning and welcome to the Trade Talk podcast. Today, we are entering into the fresh new expiry for the financial year 2020-21. Historically, since 2003, many times the market closed in the positive territory. Yesterday, we saw major turmoil in large cap companies. However, the given level of 14,250 has survived the market from falling further. Today, global cues are extremely positive, which is getting reflected into the Singapore Nifty, and it is trading nearly 150 points higher. Although FIs sold yesterday, DIs bought heavily in the cash segment to the tune of 2000 crores, and which is also an indication that the value is emerging in the market. If we see the overall trend from 14,000 to 15,000, domestic institutions sold heavily during that period. But now, when the market is now approaching to the important support area below 14,500, we have seen most of the time domestic institutions are entering into the market to take some long bets, and that is why we are quite optimistic about the overall trend of the market. One thing is very clear, that whatever that we are right now witnessing is corrective pattern for the Nifty, because still the market is not breaking the level of 13,600, which was the lowest level prior to the announcement of the budget 2021. uh, that is now going to act as major support, and till the market is not breaking that, we are going to see corrective pattern, but later on again we are going to see one more rally in the market, and it's a corrective pattern which is now lasted for several days, and the correction is more than 1200 points. So we are now very close to the important support areas, and till the market is not breaking 14,250, we can see one more upward rally in the market. Now the important thing is that on the higher side, 14,900 would be major resistance, 14,250 would be major support for the current expiry. Below 14,250, we can expect further more weakness, but in that case, we may see the levels of either 14,000 or 13,900. We are not expecting market to fall heavily, but on the higher side, 14,900 would be trend decider level, and above that the market will shift its trend upward. For that, we need today market to cross the level of 14,500 in the beginning. If we see the market is crossing 14,500, which Singapore Nifty is also reflecting, then in that case, in the near term, I'm going to say next 1 or 2 days of time, we may see the levels of 14,750, and that is why the strategy should be to look for adding long position if there is any correction during the day or in next 1 or 2 days of time. So 14,250 should be the final stop loss for creating any long positions, and buying is advisable if market crosses 14,500, but if it starts correcting, then only we should look for adding long positions. For Bank Nifty, there also we saw major sell off in last few days, and yesterday the Bank Nifty was around 32,400, but from there all the way it recovered back to the levels of 33,300 in just few minutes, and that is why we are of the view that 32,400, 32,500 would be major support for the Bank Nifty, and on the higher side 34,500, 35,000 would be major resistance for it. So today, if we see the Bank Nifty is crossing 33,700, then in that case we can expect further more upside. Otherwise, we are going to see range bound activity. But number of financial stocks are available at their important support areas, especially State Bank of India, ICICI Bank. They are available at their important support areas, and they are quite attractive at current levels as compared to their immediate highest levels. So we can expect further more activity in these two stocks along with Axis Bank, where the momentum is very high. Now if we move to the metals, then there also we saw smart rally in the second half of the trading session, and due to the optimism on the vaccination program, we are of the view that again metals and commodities should do well. So in that space particularly, we are bullish on Tata Steel, JSW Steel, as well as Jindal Steel and Power and Hindalco. So these are the stocks on which we are going to focus. From the auto basket, the reaction is completely mixed, but still, uh, if we see the pattern of auto companies, then they are down heavily in yesterday's trading session, and maybe because of the rising COVID cases that we are witnessing in last few days. So certainly that impact to the auto sector in the short term, but in the long run, all these auto stocks should do well, and buying is advisable only and only if there is any reversal formation, or if COVID crisis, COVID cases starts declining. Till then, it is better to stay away from taking any specific position in the auto sector, or buy them with medium to long term view. That's all from my side. With this, I am ending today's morning podcast. Thank you very much for listening in, and have a great day and nice weekend to all of you.